So, my friends, I just wanted to talk to you about the things that are going on in the world. Just briefly. There are wars everywhere, right? I'm not saying that the world is going to end, no. But if you look at the things that are happening in the world, all over the world, there's unrest. If you look at the spirits of people, there's unease. When I travel, I see everybody is very antsy, right? And I live in a place where already people have no really any manners or any respect. People are rude, they're lewd, they're lustful, they're noisy, loud. It's all about them, and nobody cares about anybody else generally. There's exceptions. You see? So, when you see all the things happening in the Middle East, in Europe, in South America, in Africa, you see, in Asia, in the United States. You see, even in the United States, there's a chaos. You see, people don't understand that. They call themselves anarchists, they call themselves this, they call themselves that, they call themselves standing for freedom. In the end, all the freedoms of men, all the definitions that men have defined as freedom or progress will fall. And all the Christians that, you see, the one problem with Christians is this. They're only Christians on the outside. On the inside, they have not been filled with the qualities of the Spirit of God. Within who they are, the virtues. You see? Instead, they only appear to be Christians on the outside, but on the inside, they're filled with the world and the things of the world. So they want the same things the world wants. They lust after the same things. They commit the same adulteries, the same fornication. The only way you can overcome the things of the world is not by psychological restraint or 8-step program to doing this No, my friends. The only way we can overcome this world and the seductions, traps, temptations, lust, violence, and all the things of the world is if the Spirit of God begins to indwell within us. You see? Otherwise we cannot. We will fail. Trust me, I know. You see? So our number one importance for us right now is to spend time with the Spirit of God so we can start receiving the things what we need so that we don't become infected by all the spirits that are around right now. You understand what I'm saying? People say, oh, witchcraft is in Africa. My friend, witchcraft is here in the United States. More than anywhere right now. See, you see people's firstborn children are all dying, and next thing they're becoming multimillionaires. You see? You find people are dying from strange things, in strange circumstances. It's not normal. You see, me, I have experience with witchcraft before. So that's why I'm talking. And I'm not just saying out there in Africa, I'm saying here in the United States. You see? There's all kinds of things that are going on here. Freemasonry, Satanisms, paganism, witchcraft. Will you see all this environmentalism, you see all this. Behind all of that, my friends, you don't understand what spirit is behind it. It's not the Spirit of God. You see? So, why I'm saying is that human beings in their own strength cannot match the spirits, the demons, the fallen angels that are behind what's going to happen and what's happening in the world. You see, we cannot. It is no match. You see, there's no match at all. So the only way we can overcome these things is if our Lord dwells within us. You see, I will be their God, they will be my people. I will dwell with them and in them. I will write my laws in their hearts and in their minds. You see, what does that mean? It means we become the living words of God. In this, will become the light in the world. Now, if God is with us, nothing can come against us, and we will overcome all things. You see, but the job is within. You see, that job is done in your prayer life. That job is done spending time with the Spirit of God. That job is done learning to be obedient to the Spirit of God. Now, first, you have to receive the Spirit of... It's a process, right? Before the Spirit of God can tell you, hey, son, you need to go here and witness to so-and-so, you first need to learn how to hear the Spirit of God. You see? What does that mean? That simply means you're honest. You come from an honest place within your being, within who you are. Not all these outward shows of what Christians are. You see? Where you're telling God something, blah, 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 and there's nothing going on there. You know? There's nothing going on there. What you need is that broken place, that place from within. You see? So when you start receiving like a child, you see? A child cries, it receives. The parent knows what to give the child. God knows what to give us whatever we need, even before we ask for it. You see? So, all these things that we consider important, work, money, job, you know, what I look like, and all these other kind of things, they're absolutely vain and irrelevant. The only thing that has relevance in the world right now is your relationship with Jesus Christ. You see? Your relationship with Jesus Christ is the thing that will save you and save those around you. You see? From what is coming in the future. Because the amount of evil that is in the world is it's at a high that I can't describe it. The forces of darkness and evil are just getting overwhelming. You can see it in the people. There's just outbursts of violence and chaos, and you know, people are doing all kinds of lustful things out in the open. You see children talking about just things that I've never, you know, you can't imagine. People are legalized to smoking marijuana, and they don't understand that even the witches would tell you, shamans, they would tell you that those things are opening portals to different demons. So now you've legalized that. Now that's opening portals all over the nation, wherever they're legalizing these things. You see? But that's just what it is. Whenever you legalize evil, you've opened up a doorway to the enemy. You see? So now if you are not dwelling in the Spirit of God, you yourself are going to fall victim to those same things. So when the amount of evil is growing, your relationship with God must also grow. You see? We must receive the revelations from God. You see, because immediately when you walk and you're strong with the Lord, right? Anything involved in evil, it's going to know you. It's going to be afraid of you. Not because you have a mean look, a tough look on your face, no. It's because of what is within you and what is with you. You see, my friends, if that is not within you and that is not with you, that's a whole different ball game now. Now you're a victim, a potential victim, you see, of anything. You could fall into anything and everything. There's orgies, there's all kinds of sexual practices going on that you know, now you could be a Christian porn star, you could be a Christian liar, Christian whatever. It's all there, you see. And that's because the Christians, right, they never understood. It's not quoting Bible, singing a song, or reading, reading someone's recitation so well, or, giving up a nice show of emotion. No, it's only if the Spirit of God is ministering to you and your relationship with God between you and Him is growing. You see, within you. That is what is transforming to you and what is around you and the world around you. When you start receiving from the things of heaven, this world becomes useless. You see it as a fallen world. You don't see it as, oh, I want this, oh, look what they have. No. So what are you receiving, my friends? What is, you see? Are you receiving the things of the Spirit of God? If not, now's the chance. Forget about what happened in the past and this. Just ask the Lord in your heart. And talk to Him and speak to Him and learn to hear from Him. If a child can learn to hear its parent, then how much is it easy for us to listen and to begin to receive from the Spirit of God? You see, just practice. Practice. The time is less. Any things in the next few years, I don't know what's going to happen. You see, the thing is that if we don't grow with the Spirit of God, we'll fall to the ways of the world. You see, we'll fall to sin, and then we'll begin justifying sin. We'll fall to violence and then begin justifying violence. You see, that's how the enemy operates. Become hypocrites. You see, my friends, instead of going on our way to becoming spotless, we can only do that by the Spirit of God, my friends. Not by, oh, I'm such a righteous guy. No. But with the help of the Spirit of God.